Hello and happy holidays. It's Mario Joyner, your Las Vegas probate specialist, where I assist families going through the probate process with real estate and more. I thank you for taking a few minutes to spend with me today on my YouTube channel for another video. It is more important than ever as a personal representative to stay current with the real estate market, especially if the estate contains real estate. Who you work with matters to maximize the value of the estate and shorten the overall probate timeline. Now, each month I produce this overview specific to probate properties. I will provide an overview of all probate properties and market stats for probate properties under $299,000, between $300 and $399,000, $400 to $499,000, and lastly, properties over $500,000. Now that I've provided some background of what you can expect, let's discuss the data from November 2022. First, let's start by providing you just an overview of the entire market of probate properties for sale, under contract, and sold. Now, as of November 30th, there were 196 active listings with an average current price of $394,000 versus the original listing price of $413,000. This represents the estates currently asking 95% of the original asking price with an average days on market of 65 days. The number of active listings are up 14, along with the average current price and original listing price have been greatly reduced from last month. We also see the days on market have increased by 5 additional days. Now, this is reflective of the state of the overall real estate market, where the number of price reductions are up tremendously. Now, I encourage my families to consider today's market with higher interest rates and increased inventory to strongly consider all reasonable offers. We've been really good at using favorable buyer terms in lieu of price reductions to maximize the value of the estate. Next, probate properties under contract, meaning that they have an accepted offer and are working towards a successful closing. There were 108 properties with an accepted offer. The properties under contract have an average list price of $318,000 versus an original list price of $361,000. Now, this represents only 88% of the original list price. Now, just last month, sales were accepting 94%. What a difference a month makes. The average days on market was 37 days. That is still less than the average days on market for active listings of 65 days. This can be attributed to properties that accepted an offer when we saw much lower days on market, and secondly, because some sellers have aggressively priced their properties below other similar properties to secure a buyer. Now, before we discuss properties sold over the past 90 days, let me mention the probate properties that unfortunately did not sell before the expiration of the listing agreement with their chosen real estate professional. Unfortunately, there were 14 properties that did not find a buyer or a successful offer. I expect these properties to come back to the market, probably with another real estate professional or different strategies to find a buyer. Now, moving ahead to properties sold over the last 90 days, there were 155 probate properties sold that closed in November 2022. This is an important number to keep an eye on going forward, but unfortunately, we are experiencing a reduction in closings for both probate and non-probate properties. Now, some other statistics for every personal representative with real estate is the average original list price was $390,000 and the last list price of $368,000. And the average sold price was only $355,000. And when you evaluate the sold price versus the last list price, it was 96.3%, which means sellers received approximately 4% less than they were asking for the probate properties that have sold. The good news is this represents an additional 27 probate closings than last month, although the other averages are reduced, which is indicative of our overall real estate market. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper into the probate properties and just segment by price range, status, and a few other relevant data points. The first price range we will discuss is sales up to $299,000. Now, there were 58 properties on the market, an average of 56 days on market. In the same price range, 47 properties are under contract, meaning they have an accepted offer, with an average of 33 days on market before receiving a successful offer. Lastly, 54 homes in this price range have sold in the last 90 days, and with an average of 32 days on market. Now, let's move on to the next segment of the report, which highlights properties priced between $300,000 and $399,000. As the end of the month of November, there were 72 properties on the market, an average of 66 days on market. Now, this price range typically has the most available inventory, which is typical for probate properties. Now, in this same price range, 37 properties are under contract, meaning they've had an accepted offer with an average of 42 days on market. Lastly, there were 51 homes in this price range that have sold within the last 90 days, with an average of 36 days on market. This is still reflective of the tail end of our robust real estate market for probate and non-probate properties. Moving on, now we will review the data for properties priced between $400,000 and $499,000. There were 29 properties on the market, an average of 70 days on market. In the same price range, 19 properties are under contract, meaning they have an accepted offer and have averaged 35 days on market. Lastly, there were 32 homes in this price range that have sold within the last 90 days with an average of 38 days on market. Interesting numbers so far, but let's move on to the top of our price range of probate properties, the $500,000 plus range. There were 37 properties on the market. They have an average of 74 days on market. Now, of the price segments discussed, this price range has the highest days on market. There are multiple reasons for this for both probate as well as non-probate properties. In this same price range, five properties are under contract, meaning they again have an accepted offer with an average of 44 days on market to find that buyer. And lastly, 18 homes in this price range have sold in the last 90 days with an average of 34 days on market. It is very important to not only pay attention to the overall Las Vegas real estate market, along with understanding how probate properties are performing. Now, our real estate market has definitely shifted based on the increased number of available properties, the increased interest rates, and higher days on market. This has been a trend for several months, but continues to be noted. As I mentioned before, it is more important than ever to work with the right real estate professional. Understanding your role and responsibility as the personal representative to maximize the value of the estate, working with a professional who has experience with probate real estate is absolutely crucial. Now, this concludes the November 2022 Probate Market Overview. Expect an update monthly on the probate property market statistics, along with explanations regarding the data and how you can use this data if you're currently going through the probate process to maximize the value of the estate and shorten the time from beginning to end. My name again is Mario Joyner. I'm your Las Vegas probate specialist, where we discuss everything real estate and more. Please feel free to leave a comment below, like, and subscribe to my channel. My contact information can also be found below to discuss your personal situation. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to our next video next week on another probate subject. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day.